It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share. It's the lion's share.
Welcome back. Welcome into the Lion's Share walk through Wednesday for Week 15 ahead of the Lions and Rams is here. Week 15 upon us, and it is Stafford versus Goff for what feels like the umpteenth time. A lot of these matchups of the last couple of years, a lot of those in Detroit. This time is out there in LA. The Lions are going to travel out west for the first time this season, and they're going to find themselves in the 4:25 slot on Fox for the game of the week this week. Last time the Lions played the Rams in LA was way back in 2021. Of course, they did play the Chargers a couple of years ago in that same stadium, but this will be against the Rams for the first time over in LA for the first time since 2021. How many times can I say first time? Andrew, welcome back, my friend. We're missing Mitch today. We salute him, and we hope to have him back on Sunday. But, man, I was looking back at the last time the Lions went out to LA and played in 2021. That was a completely different team. Do you remember all the stops that Dan Campbell and this team pulled out that week?
You know, I don't remember all of them, Ben. You know, I'm a goldfish when it comes to memory, so why don't you remind me?
Well, let me give you a little hint. Do you remember an onside kick?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. A successful one at that, I might add. A surprise successful onside kick when you used to not have to declare them.
Yes,
Who
sir.
could recall?
It's coming back here. It's coming back.
Yep. And the Rams were hot that year. That was the year they won the Super Bowl. And, you know, the Lions were, I believe, winless or only had one win. That was a tough time as a Lions fan. We're used to those times, though, really.
This was the first Dan Campbell year. This is year one. Year one of the project. Those were dark indeed. But they were worse the year previous. They were
much worse. But you could see the pieces starting to align in these games. The Lions were competitive the first two quarters of this game against the Rams, who, like I said, went on to go win the Super Bowl. So those were the small victories that you had to take away in those times. And the Lions were pulling out all the stuff. Fake punt, onside kick, both successful. That was kind of when Dan Campbell started to put himself on the map for the gutsy Dan Gamble type plays.
Yeah. So that was great. This is where we left kind of getting the Dan Campbell reputation.
Yep. These were the building blocks, and the OG fans, the longtime Lions, the shareholders out there certainly remember it now that we jogged your memory, I'm sure. So we'll get you ready for this matchup between the Lions and the Rams as they march on that last stretch of 4 games, trying to get all the W's they can to make sure they try to control their own destiny, which we'll talk on after we talk about the matchup between the Lions and the Rams. We'll take another look at that playoff picture now that we've got the Eagles' loss in the books on Monday night. And, of course, we will finish off the show with the Pigskin Spin, which, by the way, is getting contentious. And for those who are wondering, you shareholders out there that are wondering, hey, Ben, if Mitch isn't here, how's he going to do a Pigskin Spin? Don't worry. He did it ahead of time. He's so studious. So he's all over it. He's got his picks, and we'll unveil those later on when we do our spins, Papa B and myself. So, Andrew, one last thing. Got to shamelessly plug. If you're listening to us or watching us, you can hit that follow button. It'd be really helpful. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, or if you're on YouTube, you can hit that subscribe button. You can like us on YouTube and Spotify. You can comment on Spotify. A lot of people don't know that. Drop your comments below. And you can also rate us 5 stars on Apple and Spotify. We really appreciate it. So, talking about things before we get into Lions-Rams, not a lot on the news this week. Injury report looking like it's trending in the right direction. Not as many no practices this week. And most of the guys, limited practice, including Kirby Joe, who we don't have a game status on yet. But we're hoping this might be the game. We finally see him back there. But I did note this, Andrew, you may have heard this, 97-1 the ticket. Dan was talking about Miles Frazier and Cologne. Sounds like we're going to get that rotation again. Both these guys are going to see snaps this week.
I saw your note there. Well, let me take that back. I haven't heard Dan talk about this. Did he say who's going to get the nod to start? Is it going to continue to be Cologne?
He didn't really show his hands on that, but I would imagine it's Cologne.
Okay.
Did you see Cologne? Yeah, stick with the Cologne. You want to smell good out there. Oh, you're talking about Tristan.
No. I was just waiting for you.
Oh, you're waiting for me. Your fearless leader. What I was gonna mention and add to that is, did you see the snap count between the two last game? So obviously Colin got the Tristan got the start in that game, and then Frazier came in, and then they did a rotation from there. So it ended up being about 60-40 Cologne in that game. So I imagine that's what we would come to expect in this one. It's pretty close to 50-50.
Man, I noticed Frazier in there. I wouldn't have thought it was that close. I was thinking he was hovering like 25-30, somewhere in that.
No, it was higher than I thought too. Yeah, you're right, with Cologne starting.
Yeah, that's nuts that he got that much. And once again, like, crazy that you do that in a must-win situation. And like, here we go again against a very good Rams team. Luckily, no Aaron Donald. Hopefully, he doesn't just surprise out of retirement here. That would be crazy. Wait till they make the playoffs though, and then he surprise unretires, and here we go. But it'll give him a good test. How has the Rams front been this year? I really haven't seen. I feel like the Rams games haven't been front and center, and when you do see them, it's just Stafford to Puka, Stafford to Devontae, those kind of highlights. So you don't really see a ton of it anymore from their front defense.
Yeah, you're right. It's something about the West Coast teams, right? Like Seahawks, you would also throw in that category, I think, which is two of the best teams on the docket, right? And certainly both West Coast teams. So and the 49ers as well also kind of get that. We've got somebody at the front door. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm pausing here for a moment.
8 o'clock. Oh, it's not 8 o'clock. Sorry.
7 o'clock Central. Thank you.
Got
him. What happens at 8 o'clock? The ding dong ditchers?
Well, who comes to the door at 8 o'clock? No good doers, that's for sure.
No good doers. But to your point about the Rams front, sorry, I'm totally stalling. They of course have Gerard Verse, right? Verse is one of their best defensive front players. I was going to get to it later on in the matchup, but might as well talk about it right now. That's that day. We look for transitions as we always do. Of course, these are both two top offenses. The Rams' defense is certainly the better, by and large, across the board, but they're not like a Green Bay, Philadelphia top 5 defense, but they hover around the top 10 in most statistical categories.
Okay.
On the year, they have 36 sacks total as a team, so they definitely get the pressure and they get after the quarterback.
Don't like that. What's their turnover counter sitting at? Do we have that information readily available, or is there a package that you need to go sign for?
I'm not sure about that.
It's just a drop off.
We have an investigation ongoing in that. Rams are up there, I believe, in turnovers and turnover differential because they don't turn the ball over. I mean, we of course know Stafford had that long streak of interceptionless, right?
Famously broken by Carolina.
And in a big way, too. Not just one. Two INTs and a fumble in that one. So that one kind of brought down their stats overall. But they are number 3 in the league with a plus 10 point differential.
Woo!
So
this is going to be
it is. But, who's just 2 or 3 spots behind them is Detroit with a plus 8.
You think we could jump them?
In this game, I mean, this would be a big time jumper game because you can, of course, reduce the Rams by getting turnovers on them, and then plus, it's a big makeup opportunity there. You're right.
It's a 2-for-1 swap.
It is. It absolutely is. Rams with 21 takeaways as a team defense this season. Lions with 16. Of course, we know that because we keep you updated on that turnover counter all the time. All the time. The only podcast that does it, right here on the Lions Share. So both these teams like to take the ball away. Yeah, we got all sorts of things going on. He's a guard dog, man. He doesn't play around. He may look friendly, but he is oh so not friendly.
That's short hair.
So yeah, I mean that gives you an idea of who what type of defense will be going up against this rookie at guard, and Colin, who's also limited in his amount of snaps that he's had in the NFL.
Yeah, that screams getting the ball out quick. It seems like they're really using Gibbs in the pass game right now, so you love to see that. I'm assuming a lot to him, those quick outs. Somebody get that guy. No, I'm just messing. And then Amon-Ra on the underneath. I'm assuming those are going to be those are like the two that jump off the boards, and it seems like a Detroit thing to do to kind of target them early. Let the Rams take it away from them. Oh no, we've lost Ben.
Keep going.
Okay. Target it early to hit something late because you know that the Rams are going to jump on those underneaths. So hopefully J-Mo is going to have to pop off, and Monty in the run game is going to be absolutely necessary here.
Yep. And it was great to see him get in the end zone last week. Confidence booster for him. Show what it's all about. The issues continue here. Headphones just died. So now we're headphoneless and we're going right out of the computer audio. So
you hear that, shareholders? We're going to need a little bump in paychecks this week.
Yep. We're going to need some help. And as we search for a cable here, maybe by the end of the show, I'll find a cable that will charge the old headphones up. But great stuff. Great stuff from you as always.
Well, I like the note that you have in here as well. That we got some common opponents here. Thrice, I see.
Correct. Yes, we're at that point in the year where we've got a lot of common opponents with some of these teams.
Yeah. So you can get like clear matchups of what we're actually looking at. Both beat the Bucs. You've got, and both beat the Ravens. Both lost to Philly by 7. Philly not the same team as they were even 2 weeks ago at this point.
No, they've really fallen off, but yet their defense is arguably better than what they were when they played the Rams. So it's kind of funky because they didn't have Jalen Phillips at that time.
Yeah, it kind of gives me hope for the Lions here, and that we're kind of just being a little harsh on them. That they're actually a good team. Just some offensive struggles here and there really isn't that much to worry about, and the defense is just holding their own.
It's just a weird year. How many times have we said the word parity?
It's 6, 7.
It makes it hard to predict any week, any given Sunday, who's going to win, right? Because like you look at the matchups for Week 15, which we'll get to in the Pigskin Spin, and I was looking at them and I was trying to see, is there any team out there that like I would feel good about a lock this week? And there's only about 2 teams that I'd feel like 100% I could bet the farm on and feel good about winning.
Whoever's playing Tennessee.
That one, because Tennessee hot off of a win, those young teams, those teams that are only winning a handful of games a year, they don't win back-to-back games. They just don't.
They hardly win a game.
Right. So you think about the opportunity for them to get back-to-back wins, especially against, I think they got the 49ers this week. Very low odds. But outside of that, all 14 other matchups, I mean, I don't feel good about any of them, one way or the other, just because of the way this year has been.
Is Scatterboo coming back for the Giants this year?
No, just WWE.
Okay. I was gonna say if he is even like ready to go, would you bring him back? I don't think you would.
No. Giants season's so far gone. But you know what? I will say something nice about the Giants. Obviously, they've had their struggles this year, and they don't have a lot of wins. But you look at their schedule, I believe they have the toughest or one of the toughest strength of schedules this entire, like looking back, backwards. And they were in a lot of these games. Of course, they beat Philadelphia, had a tough one against the Packers, had a tough one against the Lions. They went to overtime. They've had a lot of close games, and they definitely are better than their record indicates. I will say that about the Giants.
That was something nice. I don't think I have anything else to follow nice.
And it's crazy, at 2-11, I mean, they went 33-32 against Denver. 34-24 against San Fran, 24-20 against the Bears, 27-20 Green Bay, and 34-27 Detroit. So they've been involved in a lot of these games.
Wow, that's crazy when you throw those up. This feels like ESPN right now. This feels like Dan Campbell year one, right? Like this is these, like, hopefully, they don't really have a coach right now, which kind of is the absolute sand in the wound. But these are the things, like, one play that goes your way, and this game is entirely different. You win by one score, that type of stuff. I don't ever foresee the Giants getting out of their hole, though.
Ooh, really? Really, you don't?
I don't think the number one pick does. What are they going to do with it? Draft a cornerback?
Yeah, it's a good point. Probably some, how we are always. Got to build from the trenches.
You think they're going offensive line with the number one pick in New York?
How about you trade back, get some more capital in the draft?
See, this is the issue with being in, like, a massive market. You trade back, death penalty. Especially from the number one pick.
So be it.
You trade out of the number one pick, you are, like, dead to people. You draft offensive line, dude, that's not flashy enough for the people.
Well, look, they've got a running back in Scatterboot. They've got Jackson Dart at quarterback. Of course, you're going to lean on those two guys, and the neighbors at the wide receiver position. You've got your playmakers on offense.
Do they have Abdul Carter?
Yeah.
That's where he's at, too. So now they don't need edge help either.
And they've got Thibodeau on the other side, and they've also got Burns.
Man, why can't these guys win games?
Well,
what's going on?
That's what I mean. Like, they're better than 2-11. That's for sure.
Are we Giants fans?
We might be. Gee, man. Like, I mean, you flip. They're on a 7-game losing streak. So the fact that against the Commanders this week, they're only 2.5-point favorites seems like easy money to me.
Sounds like you just picked another win.
Yeah, I mean, if the football gods or the Pigskin Spin gods bless me with this matchup, I'm going to hammer it real quick.
You're getting it in your second spin.
No hesitation.
No hezzy pull up, huh?
That's enough about the Giants, but yeah, I mean, like I said, they're better than their record indicates, and I think a very attractive position for any head coaches out there. Minus the fact that it's in New York, always a tough place to coach, like you said, big market, but the players are there. I mean, it's a ready team.
That is when you start going down the names. That defense is outrageous. Like, honestly, you have to draft offensive line, or you don't draft running back number one overall, you'll get death penalty.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a tough spot, but is their GM? Their GM's kind of in hot water, right? Like, why get rid of the coach and keep the GM? So maybe he feels like he's got nothing left to lose. He gets an offensive lineman, and he at least makes the playoffs and buys himself some more time. I don't know. Like, you're a dead man walking.
Yeah. Well, handled the Saquon Barkley stuff very poorly. Handled some of the recent drafts poorly, but the pieces are there. So get a good coach in there, and I think Giants could have a pretty decent season next year, especially with how poor the NFC East has suddenly become, with the Eagles kind of falling off and the Cowboys
always sucking.
Right, and so it's an attractive job, to say the least.
McDaniels.
How many times?
Trade, just send him.
Yeah, that would be the rare occurrence of a trade of a head coach.
No, you don't even trade him. Just Miami's going to fire him. He's going to find himself right there. He's probably already been in talks with them.
Hey, Dolphins could still make the playoffs at 6-7. Just saying.
Well, that's probably what they said to him. So, well, yeah, we'll hire you, but you gotta show us something.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's too cold for him in New York.
He looks good in those puffer vests, though. Puffer vest, hoodie underneath. He'd make it work. What was that?
Remember the clip of him going around where it looked
right now?
He was. I think it was the Bills matchup when he put his hands up to his mouth and people were like, "Was he vaping?"
Yeah, he was vaping for sure.
Shout out to the YouTube. Oh yeah, for sure, a vape guy. Well, let's. Shall we get back to the Lions and the Rams? This is what happens when Mitch isn't here.
Yeah, Mitch is our guardrail.
Maybe we should start recording. Should we start recording?
No, just call him. See what he's doing.
Ooh, yes, better. Well, you already listed the common opponents, of course. The Lions have won the last 2 matchups, both of those in Detroit, one of those being the playoff game from a couple years ago. Mentioned that there are 2 top offenses in this game. Both of these guys put up a lot of points, both put up a lot of yards, both right at 370 yards per game, give or take, and both about 30 points per game. Identical red zone touchdown scoring percentage at 66.67, which is 2/3 of the time you're scoring touchdowns. They sit exactly at the same percentage there. Both 38% on third down, not great on third down. Both these teams on offense, truthfully, and the Lions 6.2 yards per play versus the Rams 6.1 yards per play.
Wow, that's nuts. That's actually pretty crazy.
It's strikingly similar on the offensive side of the ball.
High-level analysis.
You deserve that.
Thanks, Tommy, and thank you, Papa B. So, like I said, by and large, though, the defense stats all favor the Rams, but the Lions' defense has showed strides and showed that they're better under Calvin Shepard, just dealing with injuries and inconsistency at this point. So, I guess it's time for picks.
I think the viewers want to hear Mitch first.
Oh, we're gonna go with Mitch first. I like this. We'll go do it for him type of method. No AI
you want to
here.
Give the score? I'll do the players' things to watch.
Sure. Mufasa has 35, a close one, 35-34 Lions in this one, a squeaker. And I believe last week he had 28-27 Cowboys. So noticing a trend here.
This guy knows Dan Campbell. He knows a diaper game when he sees one. Things to watch. Can the Lions perform against a real defense? We haven't seen it against Green Bay twice now, so let's see what they can do here. Let's see what the O-line play is made of. That's why we got the Frazier clone, things to watch. If Jared gets time and is comfortable, this will be a fun shootout. I was encouraging gunplay. Father of the podcast.
Father of 2. Yep. Don't forget it. Yeah, great points from the man who's not here, the man behind the mirror. Always studious with his comments. Good stuff, and I agree. If that's been the thing with the offense, right? If there's protection, Jared Goff and the offense can kind of get into that flow and that rhythm, and pretty soon you got 30+ points on the board, or sometimes even 40+. So it could be fun for that reason. Sometimes you blink, there's 30 points on the board. You just never know. Good things happen when you score points, usually. Yeah.
We're hoping the offensive line, I've been cooking this one up in my brain. We're hoping the offensive line keeps Jared Goff's undercarriage cleaner than Mitchell's car. How about that?
Bring that one back.
Whoa.
The old pound, the rock.
I'll follow up Mitchell's prediction. I've also got a shootout, Mitchell. More bullets in my gun, though. 45-42. Ben wants me to keep it a little secret on who I got winning, too. So things to watch for. I think both the defenses are going to take a little bit of a night off. Like we said, shootout. Puka and Devontae, once again, highlights all over the NFL. I think they're going to both have themselves a night, which is going to require the full house. Gibbs, Amon, J-Mo, Monty, whoever the hell is playing tight end. It's going to take everybody. And the turnover battle. I know they said they're going to take a nap. 1 turnover might be all it takes. Or 6 if we're going for the turnover counter. Who knows? I got the Lions, though.
Got the Lions 45-20. I love it. And I love the turnovers.
42.
Oh, what did I say?
20?
Oh,
Jeez.
45-42. Going for a big win. Take the Lions and the points.
Hammer.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one, I think, here in the 425. I don't see this one not being close. I don't have a score in there. I was going to listen to you all and kind of formulate some plans here because I had this as a Lions loss coming into this season, right? I had them losing to the Eagles and losing to the Rams out of the bye, and I was calling for 8 out of 10 out of the bye. And here we are. And it's tough because doesn't it feel like, Stafford's got his shout out to the YouTube. Stafford's got his time to, limited time left in the league, right? For Stafford, this is kind of his last chance to get revenge over the Lions here. He lost his last 2 against the Lions. So for that reason, and for my reason before the season of taking the Rams to win this game, I have no other choice, Andrew, than to buck that trend and take the Lions here in this one. I have to do it, especially after what I sent you guys, where NFL Network, I think 9 out of the 10 or 8 out of the 9, whatever, however many of them make the picks, all taking the Rams in this one. Seen a lot of that. And, after last week, I'm kind of fully bought back into this team and what they can do. And I think I hope that the momentum has begun with the Cowboys game and now follows its way all the way through the season. And they can finally win back-to-back games, which they haven't done. They've gone win-loss, win-loss, win-loss the last 6 weeks. So I'm hoping that this is the time. And on the road here, you're going to ask me for a score. I didn't put a score in here. I'm making this as we go. I see Mitch 35-34, you 45-42. How about I go in between the Mufasa and Papa B sandwich, find myself right in the middle, and go with a little 38-37 Lions.
You got me so hyped there coming back on here, man. That was a roller coaster of emotions, let me tell you.
Shout out to Pat McAfee, who always does that, and also, the celebrity picker from inside the NBA basketball, Ernie Johnson, was on College Game Day last week, known Georgia Dogs fan, Bulldogs, and of course they were at the SEC championship. And he said, I have Alabama with a late score to cut the deficit to 17. So it's a perfect delivery. And he was actually pretty spot on because that's kind of exactly what happened in the deficit was exact. So shout out to Ernie Johnson.
Ernie.
Yeah. Knows ball.
He's going to have more appearances from the sounds of it.
He's certainly better than the bozos that you find on this program.
Bozos. So do you think that's like the deal with the devil that Stafford had to sign? Like, you're going to get a Super Bowl, you're going to get a lot of wins, you're going to go to the playoffs every year, but you're never going to beat your former team.
I mean, if you're talking Super Bowls, it's kind of hard to not take that, right?
It's hard not to take it. Soupies. And
potentially an MVP for him as well this season. It's right up there.
That's what I'm saying. Hall of Fame.
He's deserving of an MVP after all the years he's had. And yeah, Rams coming in 5.5-point favorites in this one, though. What do you think of that?
Honestly, I'm surprised it's not a little higher.
Yeah. Mitch's point about can the Lions perform against a real defense, I think is a real one because we've, obviously put up a ton of points the Lions have against non-good defenses with the Commanders, the Cowboys, and some others, and the Bears. But now it's like, all right, this is a solid defense. Like I said, not a Philly Green Bay type defense, but a good defense at that, solid one. So that's a big point I think it'll become clear pretty quickly on in this game how this game is going to go. It's going to be one of those games. How it starts is probably how it's going to go for the rest of the game. I think I don't see a lot of change, and I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth.
I could see both teams coming out and defenses holding up on the first offensive drive for each team. And then from there, like the floodgates open and then the shootout starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then all it takes is, like I said, that one turnover or that one stop. That's going to be the difference of possessions. And I think that's kind of going to be the script for this game.
I like it. Probably some fourth downs too, maybe some 2-point conversions even.
I'm hoping. Oh, God, I might legit wear a men's diaper to this game. I'm hoping for a fake punt in there. Little TK action somehow.
Throwback to the last time they played LA in that game or in that stadium. Yep. Manifest it. Well, if you want to keep the line, or if you want to watch the Lions keep the 4 of 5 alive here in this one, Lions and Rams, 4:25 Eastern on Fox. Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady got the A crew on this one. Most of the United States will get this game regardless of where you are located geographically.
Or if you want, you could always tune in our Patreon and watch the game live.
Yep. And break down the all-22 afterwards for on Mondays with Papa B.
Yep. I do have a two-hearted counter on my screen, but only what are they called? The only real Patreonites? Patreonites?
I'm gonna have to workshop that one.
Patreons. I think it's just patrons.
Patrons? There you go. We were going to get there.
Tough one for me, maybe. Now you got a couple seconds out of that, huh?
Clean that up. Boy, I was going to make this transition when you were talking about Aaron Donald coming out of retirement, but if Aaron Donald can come out, or if Phillip Rivers can come out of retirement, Aaron Donald certainly is still in playing shape. That
guy has to have torn like a pec because he lifts way too heavy weights.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Phillip Rivers? With all the kids?
Oh, Phillip Rivers. Lifting children. Yeah.
He's got kids on every shoulder.
Kids crawling up his back. Did you see the question he got today? What his playing weight was today?
We don't ask weight questions this time of year.
Come on. It's the holidays. Fruitcakes are showing up on your doorstep unannounced.
Seemingly.
And I'm going to eat it. Did mash
do you think
2 loaves of banana bread yesterday.
Ooh, tell me more. Save that for the Patreon. Bonus content, watch Andrew eat banana bread.
1 bite.
Challenge, the 1 bite challenge. Start a trend. Do you think they're actually going to start Philly Rivers, though?
Who else they got? Anthony Richardson broke his eye, and Riley got hurt in his first showing. He's got a leg strain.
Yep.
Didn't you see?
I did, but I didn't know if he was going to try to play through it or if they're going to go Philly Rivers. I told you guys the line. I texted you guys. The line in this game is insane against the Seahawks.
What's going to be insane is the size of Philly Rivers' armband. The guy's not going to know any of the plays. What are you calling? What are you realistically calling?
It's going to be a sleeve.
Well, I get that like Flacco showed up and did it, but like I'm genuinely curious on how offensives do that. Like, how do you step in? Because you always hear those play calls. They're like 15 words long.
I guess it's just going to be halfback toss to Jonathan Taylor.
Sweep left. What do you guys call that one?
Who knows? Who knows what that... I guess Vegas doesn't have faith in it if they've got a 14-point spread on this game against the Seahawks.
Really?
Yeah.
This is usually Mitch's department. You did a lot of work.
I've been putting in them hours, brother. I mean, you tell me, have you ever seen a matchup with a team that's 8-5 against obviously the Seahawks are, arguably one of the best teams in the league and very balanced attack, both a good defense and a pretty decent offense at 10-3. But my goodness, 10-3 versus 8-5, and you're talking about the biggest spread of the week.
I mean, it's tough though. The Colts fall from grace. This is our Colts. This is our year. It is a tough demise to watch. Honestly, I was so upset for DJ.
For who?
Mr. Daniel.
Daniel Jones?
Has he gotten a contract yet?
No, that I saw an article about that. It was like, well, this is going to definitely play into it, which is unfortunate.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when he smashed his helmet. That's the only thought I had is he hasn't signed like a 4-year deal and gotten a ton of money yet, has he?
No, and he was on his way to do so. And yeah, I mean, just millions of dollars down the drain right there, literally.
Like what? We're talking. How much money was he going to make?
Probably like, I mean, what's Sam Darnold getting paid? More than Sam Darnold.
Cracker Jacks?
I mean, $40 to $50 million. You're not going to pay him in the 50. I don't see them paying in the 50 to 60 range where the top quarterbacks are.
I could see him taking 48.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that would have made sense for Indy, without a quarterback in waiting with Anthony Richardson's status so up in the air and dude can't stay healthy.
Well, regardless of that, you've seen him play.
Right. So you kind of know that the ship has sailed there. So you're going to draft your next quarterback or bring Phillip Rivers back, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think the Colts win another game this year?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would probably take them to now it's moved to 13.5, but I believe it was 14.5 or 14 earlier, which is absurd. I mean, how can you not take them to cover there? Let me tell you, the Colts got the Hawks this week. They've got the Niners, the Jags, and then the Texans. That's a tough schedule.
I ask again. Do you think Colts win another game this year? What do they sit at? 8-4 or 8-5, 9-4?
8-5. So
didn't even get to the 9 mark. Do you think? Let me throw this out there. Do you think they get the double-digit wins?
Man, to win 2 out of 4 against these teams, like I mean, typically against divisional opponents who are pretty evenly matched, I like to take a split and say that. So I would say they could probably beat the Jags at home against the Jags. I'd give them the win there. So I think they get 1. I just don't know if they can beat the Texans again. The Texans defense is just so good right now. And that's the last game of the season, which could be a huge one. So I don't know. Maybe if the Texans, I guess it depends on how the Texans play out. I don't see them beating Seattle here. I think their best chances of winning are against the 49ers and the Jags. So maybe at the most 10 wins.
This is tough.
Yeah, it's not a good look. I mean,
2 weeks ago, what would you have said?
I still think these games were going to be tough because they were already on a slide. So
you think they had a chance to win out though?
No,
before they lost the quarterback.
No. The schedule's too hard. Even with a healthy team, I think they would have won maximum of 3 of these games.
This is for the Colts fans. It was never going to happen.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. If you look at the front half, they're scheduled the Titans, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Titans again, Miami. Not take anything away from those wins, but not super quality wins.
No, you heard it here first, folks. You guys played a garbage schedule in the first half, and then as soon as you saw some competition, both your quarterback's legs fell.
And you tried to get Sauce Gardner too, and put 2 first-round draft picks for him.
That's crazy.
Paid through the nose to get Sauce.
Man, I'm all for not drafting a cornerback, like I said, and getting him in free agency, but I think you go a little more middle of the road instead of that eye candy.
Yeah. A weird situation there, but last note about the NFL, 2 notes, I guess. Then we'll talk playoff picture. I was telling you, it's just been the year of the defense, really. You look at some of these top teams. Houston's defense is insane. Denver's got a really good defense. Philadelphia, of course, a good defense, and Green Bay. So it's like, man, it just really feels like the year of the defense. And you look at some of the top teams, and I wonder, there's some good offenses, Lions being one of them, the Rams, Cowboys, all really good offenses. I'm starting to wonder, though, like, defense, they say, wins championships, but do you think it's going to be a defensive championship, or you think it's an offensive league, right? So it's surprising to have such a defensive year. Do you think a more balanced team wins, or do you think like a team like Denver or Houston with their really solid defense but poor offenses could actually win a Super Bowl this year?
Man, why does everybody say Denver's defense is that poor?
No, Denver's defense is good. You mean their offense?
Their offense is that poor.
I think it does I think they do put up points, but they've had those games against, like the Jets. They had a what do they have, like 9 points? They've been in single digits a couple times.
I mean, I guess, but I didn't think their offense was that bad, personally.
Beat the Raiders 10-7.
You said they won?
Denver is on what are they on? A 9-game winning streak?
What's their point differential? That's got to be a tight one.
Boy, that's a good question.
Yeah, no, that is a... Because I think the Broncos are a really good team.
Plus 73 for the Bronx.
Plus 73, that's shocking. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. No offense, Broncos fans. Don't attack me. But I'd put them on the same level as the Lions, no doubt.
I would agree. That would be an interesting matchup. Lions have not done well against good defenses. Who do you think wins, Broncos or Lions?
An easy answer, brother. The old Honolulu Blue.
He bleeds blue. He bleeds blue. Good answer. Good answer. Good news, Andrew. Good news. We've got the draft is moving from 10 minutes between picks to now 8 minutes. So we're cutting down draft time. The draft night's going to get shorter, and we love that. That's all.
I mean, it's just all such a spectacle anymore. Don't get me wrong, I loved it when I was in Detroit. It was fun, but now that you see, like, they just do all this crap in between picks, it's all this, like, this whole show and pony, or
Dog and Pony Show?
Pony Show? Yeah, that's fun.
Speaking of Broncos.
Yeah, exactly. So, I could care less. Where is it this year?
Gosh, that's a good question. It was Green Bay last year, right?
Sure was. Keeping it in the north, we're going to Minnesota?
I was just thinking that. Or Chicago?
We've already done Chicago.
Have we?
Chicago's been done. It's played out.
Nashville's been done.
Nashville's been done.
Pittsburgh.
Ooh, Rust Bucket.
Rust Belt.
No.
The Rust Bucket is the state of their team and how old they are.
Honestly, you've got a point. Did they just go sign somebody else? Oh, was it Adam Thielen?
Yeah.
Did he just sign with them too? My God, when I saw him catch a pass, I laughed and said to myself, I should have known.
And isn't it hilarious? He said he left Minnesota to join a contender, and who does he join? The Steelers.
Well, not only contender, but one that they would feature him more in their offense is what he was looking for too.
Right. Read between the lines type of thing.
Right, but like, I don't think Minnesota was dead in the water just yet, right?
Oh yeah, they're dead. He should have never left Carolina.
What?
He should have never left Carolina. They were a contender.
He could have gone back. He had a chance.
I think
Carolina, every time I watch them on TV, I think they're bad. I still can't. It's just like the effect. They should be bad.
Any product out of the NFC South, really, if we're being real.
I love the Bucs. I love to watch them.
Man, they're tough to love right now.
They are.
Well, obviously we want the Lions to beat the Rams. That's your rooting guide. Lions got to get a win against the Rams would be huge. We'd love to see the Browns beat the Bears, which I think could be a fun matchup. The Browns have played the North tough. They beat the Packers earlier this season. Of course, we would love to see the Broncos, speaking of which, playing the Packers this week, trying to keep their win streak alive. Packers also on a win streak. So root for the Broncos out there west. Mitch highlighted it in the last show. This will be going on, Packers-Broncos will be going on simultaneous with the Lions and the Rams. So you're going to have to be score checking, flipping between the channels, watching Red Zone on another TV, whatever you got to do. And, of course, we'd love to see the Titans beat the 49ers. That probably doesn't happen.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
And outside of that, the rest really doesn't matter. I mean, of course, Eagles play the Raiders, but they're not really a factor in the Lions' path to the playoffs right now. The biggest teams, of course, the Bears and the 49ers, and somewhat the Packers. So
yeah, I mean, anybody in the NFC.
Right. Correct. 4 games left, man. It's gonna get wild out there. You know what else is wild?
Dirty Dancing.
And now, time for the Pigskin Spin. Week 15 of picking random NFL matchups on the fly. As Tommy gets the wheel queued up here, we will tell you that Mitch Mufasa, a.k.a., has already made his picks off air, as we mentioned at the top of this here episode.
Give it to the people.
He has taken the Bengals over the Ravens. I like that. I like it a lot. And he has also taken the Bills on the wild card because he drew the closest spread of the week. So he has told me to stop complaining that he gets cake picks or cupcake picks or Mickey Mouse picks, whatever you want to call it, each week. And he did get a tough one here with the Bengals and the Ravens because it's hard to say what either one of those teams are. And the AFC North is it's similar to the NFC South. It's in a bad spot. So,
yeah, but there's still contentious games.
Oh yeah, who wants a more type of game here with the Ravens and the Bengals? Do you recall, sir?
Sorry, is that going to be in the snow?
Well, maybe on the wild card wheel we'll get the weather game and we'll find out.
Oh, you dirty dog!
Teasing. Do you recall who went last week?
I don't know. I always feel like I'm going first personally. I feel targeted.
Okay, so you're saying
no, target me.
Okay, this is for you then, my friend. Shout out to the YouTube if you want to watch the wheel spin and make a little noises. Ooh. I like this.
Just talking about it. I mean, I'm going to take the North Carolina Warriors, but I think the Saints are just a terrible team, honestly. I think I have nothing good to say about the Saints. Their quarterback ran that one in last week.
But they beat the Bucks.
I'm still it sucks.
It goes back to what we said earlier about the Titans winning back-to-back. They're just not teams that are going to win back-to-back. So I think you're barking up the right tree here by taking the Panthers.
I'm glad you said that. Great point.
Yep. Saints aren't a good enough team to win back-to-back, I don't think. So you have my blessing on this pick. Should I take... I should have done this before I spun it. Should I take the Ravens, Bengals off or just spin it with it on there?
Yeah, what are the odds?
It needs to give me Commanders versus Giants.
Oh! Speaker alert. Put a blown speaker alert in. I'm sorry.
RIP headphone users. Let's go. I manifested this.
I'm sorry. Can we tone down my scream? I feel bad. I'm going to crash somebody's car in the morning.
Oh, I think the AI audio will fix that right up, friend.
This is going to be kind of funny after the fact, but if you're currently sitting in a ditch now, just take a sip of that coffee. It's going to be all right.
Hopefully you're not manifesting that in anybody's future.
No.
Well, this is easy. Give me the Giants.
Way to will it.
Okay, so we'll turn off that one. So to recap, Mitch has got the Bengals over the Ravens. Papa B has the Panthers over the Saints, and I have the Giants over the Commies. In the normal edition, we'll go to the wild card wheel next. Tommy's going to get that queued up right away.
You're wild.
Wild thing.
I said you're wild.
All right, we've got the black hole again. I'm not sure why that continues to happen on this wheel.
Ooh, nobody wants to take the black hole.
So this will be mine then.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. Snake it.
Oof.
Prime time.
Prime time choice. What do we got for prime time? We got the Bucks at home against the Falcons tomorrow, Thursday night football.
Right.
On what's that?
I'm sorry, I was just saying a little get right.
Is it or isn't? It's back-to-back divisional games for the Bucks. And then we've got Minnesota taking on the Dallas Cowboys, and then Miami taking on the Steelers. You know what? I don't like any of these matchups.
Yeah, the Miami pick would have been a little bit easier, but they're on quite the tear right now.
Yeah, I mean, my heart would say the Dolphins would beat the Steelers, and my heart would say that the Cowboys beat the Vikings and that the Bucks beat the Falcons, but those all seem like they could, like, the odds of all three of those hitting are very, very low. So
we're a noted gut goer, not a heart goer show. What's the gut say?
I think I got to go with you and take the Bucks over the Falcons tomorrow night. I think that one, I've got to lean into that one. I think Dolphins Steelers is going to be too much of a toss up, and I don't know if 9. He had some success in his college careers, of course, and I don't know. He may have played in Arlington and AT&T, so he might like that stadium. So Vikings might show up in Dallas, is what I'm saying. So I got to go with the Buccaneers over the Falcons.
You think there's a lot of turnovers in that game? Like, it's like same color matchup.
With the Bucks and the Falcons?
Hefe, it's in the wrong spot.
That's on me.
Yeah. Bucks. You said Falcons?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do think that's a turnover-prone game and a low-scoring game at that. Probably both teams struggle to find 20 points.
I mean, you would have had that game if you landed on the color matchup. Could tell you that much.
Are you manifesting that for yourself? Because we haven't gotten that ever.
Kind of hoping so.
Let's see what it gets. Shout out to the YouTube. It's coming around. It's not going to make it.
Oh.
It's going to be a road dog for you, my friend.
It was almost the black hole.
A road underdog. It was almost. I don't understand that. So road dogs, you've got the Falcons. You can take the Falcons. You can fade me there. You got the Browns at the Bears, underdogs. You've got Chargers at Kansas City, underdogs.
Dub.
Commanders at Giants. Can fade me there too. That's also an underdog. You got your black hole, the Raiders, going into Philly, underdogs. AG and the Giants going into Duval, they're underdogs there. Arizona Cardinals against the Texans, they're underdogs. Titans at San Francisco, underdogs. Colts, big underdogs in Seattle, of course.
Who was that?
Colts, big underdogs against Seattle, the Hawks.
Yeah, geez, yeah, the 14er.
And then Vikings underdogs in Dallas and Miami underdogs in Pittsburgh. So a lot of home teams favored this week.
What were those first couple? I think I heard one I liked there.
Falcons, Bucks.
Nope.
Browns at Bears.
Oh, that one. I kind of like that one. What was the next one?
Chargers at Chiefs.
Okay, those were the two. Those were the two I was between. I think I'm gonna take my brownies. I'll will this game into. I'm gonna risk it for the record and bring this one manifested, as you say, into being.
I love everything that I'm hearing. I do. I really do. I will give you.
Do I get 2 points for that?
Yeah. Bonus. Mitch isn't here. Their rules are out the window. Just to recap, if you see anything else that you want to take on here while I write down Browns.
Nope. I don't. We don't. No takebacks.
No takebacks. All right. We will stop sharing then our screen and recap one more time. Mufasa fans out there, you're rooting for the Bengals and you're rooting for the Bills over the Patriots. Papa B fans, you're rooting for the Panthers, the Pantheons over the Panthers over the Saints.
Oh.
And Browns over the Bears. El Jefe, aka me fans, you've got G-Men over the Commanders and Bucks over the Falcons Thursday night prime tomorrow night. Let's go. May the odds be in all of our favors. We've got 8 picks remaining, and including these ones this week. And Mufasa up there, 16-8. Papa B 1 game back, 15-9. Myself, 13-11. So huge week. Huge week for the Lions. Huge week for the Pigskin Spin standings.
We got to knock Mufasa off that throne. I think we would be in the hunt category right now.
Absolutely. We would. Yep. Knocking on the door right where we want to be. The most dangerous lead in sports is the 1 game league in the Pigskin Spin.
You heard it here first, folks.
Thank you, shareholders, for being here. Hope you all had a great. Tommy still has have a great Thanksgiving in here. That's well past.
I'll eat like it's Thanksgiving again.
Become a shareholder today if you haven't already. Watch us on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube and Spotify video. We know who you are. Like, follow, and rate us on Spotify, Apple. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And we will be back on Sunday following Lions Rams. Papa B, anything you got before we go?
Ooh, Sharon Moore. Thanks. And see you on the flip side. I don't know what your legal troubles are, but good luck.
Not good legal trouble. No such thing as good legal trouble. I don't think is a good, bad publicity. Well, that's a hard word. Publicity.
No press is bad press.
Publicity. Yeah, don't reach out to us. Don't reach out for Papa B for any bail money. Sharon.
Yeah, I'm poor.
Yeah. We've got breaking news right before the show, that he was fired, but also then just got arrested. So a whirlwind of things. It could be potentially worse than the Mel Tucker situation that Michigan State ran into. So just wild times in the college football landscape. Wild.
Dirty dancing for sure.
And on that note, let's go Lions. 4 of 5, 5 of 5, dare we say.
Meow.
Oh, I almost hit the